Uncle Adams.
Hey guys, it's Uncle Adams here, back with you once again, and today I am going to be reacting to what I would consider to be my most slept on song, meaning that people who know about this song generally like it quite a bit, but not a lot of people know about this song. It's called Lonely Soul, and it's from my 2015 album Pulse. Okay, so there's actually a video that goes along with it. I did a performance at the University of Regina, and we filmed it, so we used that for the video. Okay, so we're going to check it out. Let's get into it. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why some people in the comments have a special badge beside their name, it's because they're channel members, and you can become one too. Click the join button and sign up today. All right, we'd be happy to have you. Shout out to the members. Here we go, Lonely Soul.
Aside from a smartphone, I spend the night alone, trying to pass time in this quiet home.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this, man. I was a pretty sad individual at the time of this writing. So aside from a smartphone, I spend the night alone, trying to pass time in this quiet home. Something like that, if that wasn't exact. So that's pretty powerful. Like, basically, like, you're all alone and you're trying to pass time with your smartphone. I mean, some of you out there watching this can relate. Sometimes it's like that's your only companion. Am I wrong? Been there.
Reflecting and second guessing the life I chose, from decisions made to the seed sown. Looking back on my past and the outcome, I just want to feel proud when it's all done.
All right, so yeah, just talking about my life and things that I've done, and, you know, reflecting on it, and did I make the right choices, and just ultimately saying, like, I just want it to be right when it's all done. I want it to be like I made the right choices, you know. And I think those are things that we all contemplate in life. We all look back on things that we've done and we wonder, was it the right thing to do? But all you can do is you can do your best. That's all you can do, right? It's kind of a waste of time even thinking about decisions that were made in the past, because they're over, right? So, but we all do it.
There were times when I hated and I should have loved. I'm the stubborn one, the one to hold a grudge.
Yeah. I'm the stubborn one, the one to hold a grudge. I've worked on that a lot over the years, but I used to be like, if you double cross me, like, I'll be your best friend. I'll do anything for you. I got your back. But if you screw me over, you double cross me, you never hear from me again. And I have to be honest, that's pretty true still. But as far as like having fights with family or whatever, I try to let that stuff go, you know. But I was really known for that. Like, I'll hold a grudge, but I won't hold it in the sense that, like, oh, I wish bad things for them or anything. It's just like, you know, go do what you're gonna do, but you'll never hear from me again. We're like, our communications are done, you know. So I've worked on it, like I said, and I don't let that grudge attitude eat me up inside. It's not going to be a grudge. It's not a grudge anymore. It's just, you know, carry on and you do you, but we're done, basically. But like I say, if I can, I do try to fix the relationship. But as you know, some are too far gone.
However, some things have occurred to me, be it epiphany, be it maturity.
Okay. Some things have occurred to me, be it epiphany, be it maturity. So epiphany is like a realization of great truth, where you're just all of a sudden like, oh, you just realize something. Okay, so what am I saying?
Things worry me, things are hurting me. It's like I'm constantly faced with adversity.
Things worry me, things are hurting me. It's like I'm constantly faced with adversity. Okay.
I finished high school, no university, but that was my call. I did it purposely.
I finished high school, no university, but that was my call. I did it purposely. Now, I think I go on to say why, but There's no shame in that. I know a lot of my fans are like super smart, highly educated college and university graduates, man. But I didn't do that. But I'm flattered that some of you guys did that and you're still fans of mine. So what I will say is education is not everything, because the system is not perfect, okay? A lot of people just chase schooling, and it's like, when are they finally going to make money, you know what I mean? But not everybody does it that way, but I'm just saying, it can be a bottomless pit of dumping money into that and having to pay off student loans as well, right? So you guys know about that stuff. So I think I go on to say why I didn't go. And there's a couple of reasons. I think I touched on.
Not that I had the funds anyway, but do you know any professors in the rap game?
Okay, so why didn't I go to post-secondary? I barely scraped through high school because my head wasn't in it, man. But when I did try, I would get 90s and stuff. But I didn't have a love for it other than like carpentry, electronics, art, and some of the history stuff and social studies I did enjoy too. But what I'm saying is, look at me, I'm rambling. I got to go back to what I actually said. Oh, not that I had the funds anyway. So it's like, even if I wanted to go, my family couldn't afford that. And do you know any professors in the rap game? Is there anybody in there that can teach me about this rap stuff? I don't think so, I had to pioneer and figure out a lot of stuff on my own with this stuff. So those were two of the reasons. And then, like I say, the other reason was that my head wasn't in it. I was not that type of a nose in the books academic type of person. My head was in the clouds with the creative stuff. I wanted to be doing this kind of stuff and dreaming, and it just wasn't for me. But with that said, it's for a lot of people. And I know, like, in my Cameo requests, I get people that are graduating, all kinds of really incredible, impressive, world-changing stuff, like computer science degrees and all kinds of stuff. So shout out to you guys, man. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's not for everybody, and we all got to find our own path in life. That's all I'm saying.
I spend my nights alone. Sometimes I'm just a lonely soul. Yeah, I might look alright, but deep inside I pay the toll.
Man, I really did some singing in this. I don't think I've went this hard on the singing in any other song. This one I really went for. I don't claim that I'm a great singer or anything like that, but I do try to throw it in some hooks, to create some melody sometimes. I feel like if you don't, it's kind of boring. You know what I mean? I feel like you gotta have some melody in there. Even back in the day, like Dr. Dre changed hip hop by introducing melodies and stuff into it, So I feel like it's a part of it. It's a part of it. And if you can't do it, try to get a singer on there or something from time to time. Don't get me wrong, I like my gritty rap hooks too sometimes, but I'm just saying it's good to be versatile and be able to switch it up.
Glass, dance through ash and open flame.
I walked on broken glass, danced through ash and open flame. Meaning my road, even up to this point, was one hell of a painful road. And it is when you're pursuing things that are not, when you are pursuing anything above mediocrity. We'll just say that. And what I mean by that is the normal things that everybody else does. When you're doing stuff outside of that, it's hard. And it's hard for a reason. Because if it wasn't, then everyone would do it, So I like that it's challenging. I have to be honest too. It's beating the crap out of me, all of this, but I like it too in a weird way. It's weird, and that might sound weird, but it's like I like the grind. I like the struggle. I want it to be hard, because if it wasn't, then everybody else would be doing it, but it's hard. But leave that to me. Let me tackle this, because I know that I have the mindset for it. Does that make sense?
And I do it all again, because my past is paved the way.
And I do it all again. If I could go back, I would do it all again, because every seemingly devastating setback, if you look at it closely, if you examine it, it always has a seed of equivalent or greater benefit. And I learned that from Napoleon Hill, okay? you can always find something good in it. Even in the most devastating situations, it steered you to this path or it taught you this. Trust me, look back in your own life and you will always find it. If you can't find it, keep looking. You will find it. It's there. It's like what's that saying? What's that saying? When God wants to give you a blessing, he wraps it up in a problem. Something like that. But this is all throughout time, and a lot of people understand this concept, guys. So take your problems, dissect them, and you'll find something good in them.
It's like I always want what I can't have. Until I get it, then I didn't want it that bad.
That line. It's like I always want what I can't have until I get it, and then I didn't want it that bad. Have you ever had that? You ever had that? Where you were, say you were on a meal plan for a while or something, and then you were like, oh man, I really want McDonald's or something like that, and then you go get it, and you're like, oh, that wasn't even that good. It's just kind of a weird thing, and that's just an example, right? Of pursuing things, and then you get them, and you're not that happy. Sometimes it happens, so it's like you do have to appreciate everything as you go. You can't always be looking for the next thing, and then when you get it, you don't have gratitude for it. You know what I'm saying? It's deep stuff, you guys.
Ever, man, I'm just working on my happiness. They don't know my struggle, no, not even the half of it. Look, I'm not here to whine to you when the mic's live. I just let my
shout out, bro. Unkle Adams
feelings out when I write rhymes.
So I'm not trying to whine on this track, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm just letting my feelings out, and I'm doing this for me. But if you relate to it too, then that's awesome. And I know a lot of people have related to this song and will after watching this video too, because we're human beings. We share a lot of the same emotions.
How do you relate to what I say today? Then that's a bonus, mate. I'm just living day to day. I'm trying to do my thing at full capacity. Music and me, we just fit together naturally. My bank account's feeling tapped financially, but if I go broke, at least I'm going happily.
And did I ever, hey? Man, what do you say? Like, I basically took a stand and said, I'm doing this hell or high water. And I still have that stand, but things are a lot better now, you know? But I just, when I watch that, I'm like, holy cow, like, if I was somebody else watching this and I didn't know this guy, I'd be like, this guy is hardcore, man. Like, he's really willing to put it all out there, and no matter what, just keep going. Like, I gotta show some love and respect for that, man. And shout out to the people out there that do, man.
I walk alone all the time, and that's fine. It's just another part of being one of a kind.
I walk alone all the time, and that's fine. It's just another part of being one of a kind. So, when you do things like this, you will find yourself alone a lot of the time. Why? Because it takes obsessive, singular focus on tasks a lot of the time. So you're going to be working on stuff. You can't be working on stuff and then be a great friend at the same time. And I fully admit, I've lost a lot of friends because of this shit. I've lost a lot of friends because of this. Because, you know, relationships take effort. You got to put effort back into them. And if you're just working on your craft all the time, some of those relationships might sort of fade away. Hate to say it, but that's kind of the price you got to pay sometimes, you know? So not only that, but also when you're doing things like this, it makes other people uncomfortable and they don't understand it. So a lot of times they'll just fade away on their own. They're you know, and people get weird, people get insecure, people, I don't know what it is, man. There's anybody a psychologist? If you are, drop it in the comments. But I know there's a lot of weird things like for example, say you used to hang out with somebody and you guys were all kind of the same, all right? Like in terms of status or whatever. And then now they see you on the internet or they see you performing in front of crowds and they see you having all this attention and they don't like that. That makes them feel inadequate and weird. So what do? They're going to try to talk shit to try to bring you down, to make it look like you're not doing as good as you are so that you're more on their level so that they feel more comfortable, okay? This is just one of the things that I've experienced, you guys. I'm not a psychologist, but there is a lot of weird stuff that's involved with entrepreneurship and the performing arts and going for things that are out of the ordinary in life, okay? So if you are experiencing any of that stuff as a musician or an artist or an entrepreneur or whatever, just know that it is normal. It's weird, but it's normal. What's that saying? They want to see you do good, but not better than them.
This is my path, it's the road I chose. But sometimes I'm just a lonely soul. Yeah, I spend my nights alone. Sometimes I'm just a lonely soul. Yeah, I might.
Gonna play the hook one more time because I like this hook. This hook is, it's probably one of my best hooks. It's probably my best singing hook.
But deep inside I pay the toll. I've walked on broken glass, danced through ash and open flame, and I do it all
Third verse.
again because my past is paved the way. When I'm looking at these old pictures, I wouldn't trade them for the world's gold riches. Memories full of friends and family gone. I'm talking way before I ever had a rap song.
This is heavy, man. I'm talking about how, like, pictures and memories and friends, that's worth more than all the money in the world, man. It is. And, I wouldn't trade that for all the world's gold riches. What was the other two bars I said? This is heavy.
Them for the world's gold riches. Memories full of friends and family gone. I'm talking way before I ever had a rap song.
Yeah, so I'm talking about my love for my friends and family, like people that knew me before I was Unkle Adams, before I ever had a rap song.
I lost friends, even had a couple pass away. My life.
Yeah, I've lost friends, even had a couple pass away. Oh my God, man, that kid. Oh, I can think of several, man. And when I think of them, I'm just like, man, what would they do if they were here today? Like, you cannot take that for granted. You're here today. You get that? Like, you're here today alive watching this video. Some people are not. My friends I grew up with and stuff, they're not. So when I think of that, I'm like, oh man, I'm going for it. I gotta go for it. I just gotta keep on with this stuff because at any second, you could be gone. If that isn't fuel for the fire, then I don't know what is, man. Like, I choose to get motivated by the passing of some of my friends instead of being sad about it. I am sad about it, though. I'm sad about it, but what can you do? But you could transmute that into some sort of a fuel to be like, well, I'm still here and I got to make them proud. I got to keep doing my thing. And if they were here, like, could you imagine if they just all of a sudden were back and it was like, okay, you have another chance. You have another chance now. Like, what will you do now? They would be like, oh, I'm not doing any of that normal stuff that I used to do. I'm letting go of all of that negativity. I'm going to be whatever I want to be in this life. It would be like, they'd be like different people probably, man, right? So just think about that. You have that chance right now. You're still here. This is the way I operate. This is the way I think. People think that I'm out of control doing this, but it's like, no, don't you understand? Don't you understand how important this second is in time? What are you going to do with it, right? So I'm happy personally that I'm making a video and interacting with you guys and talking about serious stuff like this, but just some deep stuff to think about.
It feels like a movie, it's a matinee. With each day as a page in the script, and some of the pages are torn and ripped, but I'll fix.
My life feels like a movie, it's a matinee. And something along the lines of the pages in the script are torn.
But the pages are torn and ripped, but I'll fix them.
Some of the pages in the script, so I'm comparing my life to like a movie script, and some of the pages are torn and ripped, but it's okay. Like, I'm going to fix them. I'm going to fix them. And then what do I say?
Need is tape and glue and some love from the music I make for you.
I'll fix them with tape and glue and love from the music that I make for you. So this is deep, metaphorical. It's just heavy.
You help me. You don't understand it truly. You level me out when my brain is goofy. I need you. This here's a two-way street without listeners. Music is incomplete. So no matter the weather, whatever city I roam, y'all make me remember that I'm never alone.
So I'm saying that, without listeners, music is incomplete. And in a sense, that is true, because what if I was just sitting here talking to this camera and nobody was watching? Like literally nobody. I mean, even if one person watched, that'd be cool, or 2 or 5, but I'm lucky. I've been getting hundreds and even thousands of views lately. So that's cool, because the music is an art form and it's meant to be shared with people, right? So that's what I'm saying with that. And no matter the weather, whatever city I roam, y'all make me remember that I am never alone. I think that was close enough. Think about it for a second. If I'm alone and I make a song and I put my heart and soul into it, and that song comes into your life and you listen to it and you relate to it, in a way, have we not met? Have we not touched hands, so to speak? Have we not shook hands? Have we not been in contact with each other in some capacity, be it metaphysical or whatever? I think so. I think that that's true even with books that you read from authors who have passed on. I think when you read their work, in a way you have met them. So it's deep, but that's how I was feeling, and that's what I meant by that, okay? So I think it just goes back into the hook again.
Yeah, I spend my nights alone. Sometimes I'm just a lonely soul.
So I won't play the hook again, guys, but if you want to check it out, by all means, go ahead. And I don't know if I would say it's a sad song. It kind of is, but it's kind of more like it's like a therapeutic song in a lot of ways. It's not just like depressing or anything like that, but it is more on the sentimental side for sure. So I really was looking forward to doing this video, because a lot of people throughout the years in the comments and tweets and stuff, they're always like, lonely soul, lonely soul, lonely soul, and more like lonely soul. And they like, a lot of people love this song, but like I say, a lot of my newer fans don't know about it because it happened before I sort of was making more and more of a buzz on the internet. So yeah, I feel like it was important to tell you guys about this. Shout out to everyone who has been supporting this song for years, really. And for those that are new to it, I hope you enjoy it, okay? I'm out of here, guys. I will see you in the next reaction video. Have a great day. Bye. Unkle Adams.